What happens if a situation arises that you were unprepared for? A situation such as a blizzard, a tornado, or being locked down due to a virus. Put yourself in any possible situation that could arise. Now ask yourself, what would you do? Where would you go? What do you need? Are you ready? Because what if tomorrow? Welcome to another episode of What If Tomorrow, Preparedness and News. I'm Philip.
I'm Mark.
And tonight we want to sit down with everybody and kind of chat after we cover the news and the hot items for the week. Tonight we want to hear from you guys. If you're watching, if you're not watching, text somebody that's in the group and tell them, hey, ask a question so we can answer it. My wife kindly explained to me that there was some confusion in my post. It was kind of a last minute thing. I just decided on we're going to try. But feel free, if you're in the chat, feel free to join us and ask questions, all that good stuff. But without further ado, we're going to kind of jump into the news. There's been a lot that's happened over the past week. Because last week we really didn't. We did the episode with Frank. Kind of a I don't know, a scary episode, I guess. Hey, Chris.
Hi, sweetie.
And it was kind of I'm not going to say scary because, yeah, it was some pretty heavy information, and I think we might cover some of it tonight. But it was heavy information. Like I said early, in that last show, I got a gut punch from when I first saw it, but I'm overlooking through it in the weekly downloads it seems like every other day there's more information coming out. I'm hopeful. And hey, there's my wife. Hey, babe. But I'm hopeful because I see more and more people waking up. Not necessarily just to the CSRQ, which again stands for common, sovereign, restricted, and quarantined, which is the new social classes that they're trying to impose on us after everything fails. And that's the idea behind this whole thing, is for everything to collapse so they can come in as the saviors and basically instill their new world order. That's a crazy thought, but the more I look into it, the more I see it. But I truly believe that they are on the losing side because of people like, kind of toot our own horns, because, but people like us trying to get the word out. I've passed it on to other people. You got John with the Inspired podcast, who Frank Jacob is regular on there. He's practically a co-host to the show. He's on there so much. Then we have Carrie, that was on here a couple of weeks ago. She's real informative. She gave us a name to invite on. I just have to do it. But anyway, first things first, do us a favor, support the show, and go check out our website, whatiftomorrowmedia.com. We've got t-shirts. We've got all of our affiliates on there. We've got Duke Cannon. I've used Duke Cannon since just before we picked them up as an affiliate. I love their product. My Patriot Supply. Right now, it would be a huge benefit to anybody to get some insurance. You have home insurance, you have car insurance. Why not have food insurance? If something happens, with the shortages and all that. We're seeing crazy stuff at work. It's all going to bleed over, I think. My personal opinion, probably early next year, if not sooner. So do yourself a favor. Go to My Patriot Supply. I mean, that would help the show, but there's other people out there. Go get some food insurance. Stock up, store up as much as you can right now. Become an asset instead of a liability. That's kind of the way I look at it. If you have enough food, water, medicine, all that stuff stored up, you become an asset to your community instead of a liability. Instead of them trying to take care of you and using their supplies to take care of you because you didn't have the foresight to take those steps ahead of time. And that's what we're here for, is to kind of sound the alarm. Hey, people, this is coming. These are things that are happening right now in our world that you need to get ready for. And I don't know about you, Mark, but it seems like to me things are moving faster and faster and faster and faster.
It does, but again, I'm starting to see a lot of people starting to dig their heels in too. So that I find that encouraging.
I
But
do too.
yeah, I mean, it's seems like it's going downhill fast, and then it recovers just a little bit, and then it's going downhill again. Uh, it's crazy.
Uh,
You can tell they're doing it on purpose.
yes,
You can
absolutely they are.
absolutely tell. And they don't want anybody to get the truth out. They're using Facebook and YouTube and banning people who are putting too much truth out there. They're demonetizing people uh, for stating their opinions. Um, I guess this is a good time to bring it up. There was a economist, Phyllis Magnus, was blocked on Facebook. This guy is a professional economist, and he said he thought we were in a recession because we've had two straight quarters of negative growth. Well, that's the old definition of recession. They blocked him because the White House has changed the meaning of the word. All right, I'm sorry. I don't care who you are. You can't just change the meaning of a word. I mean, he's
No.
right. He. I can post this up here, but he called it. He said, "We live in an Orwellian hellscape. Facebook is now fact checking anyone who questions the White House's word games about the definition of a recession." So, who knows better? Some fact checker or somebody who's done this for a living their whole life? I mean, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it is. And just like backstage when we were talking, I think it's going to be more and more of a common issue with people. Not necessarily. I mean, I think it's going to spill over
Oh, yeah.
into
People are starting to
the
get mad.
yeah. But I think it's going. This kind of censorship is going to spill over into the our public sphere. Not just Facebook or YouTube. I mean, here we are bashing Facebook and YouTube, and that's the two channels we're on right now. Um, but I think that it's going to spill over because if you look at it, and we've talked about this before, all the military and the police departments, all the people that have refused the vaccines have went against the agenda have been pushed out. I'm not saying there's still a few people there that are willing to stand up, but I think they're going to become more like the brown shirts, Nazi Germany,
Oh,
to
yeah.
where they're going to push that agenda. And then when you speak out, they're going to come for you. And it's already happening, not here, but in England. Like I was telling you backstage, that there was a guy who was arrested. He shared a post. It wasn't like he made it up himself, but he shared it, like everybody does. Everybody shares other crap. I mean, go look at our Facebook group. But if you go look at it, I mean, and this guy, he shared, apparently he shared a picture of a transgender flag with a Nazi symbol on it. speaking out against it, and he got arrested for it. And he asked the cop, he said, "Why am I being arrested for something this other person shared that I shared it from?" He's like, "Well, somebody got offended from your post and reported you."
When is being offended a crime?
Right. So now it's a
I'm,
thought crime. It's the whole Orwellian thing. It's a thought crime.
yeah.
You don't agree with the agenda, we're going to get rid of you.
What's next? Executions in the street because you disagreed with them? It could be in some
Yeah,
places.
if the World Economic Forum has their way, yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
They're going to punish you and punish you and punish you until they realize that they can't punish you anymore, that you're still going to continually stand, so they're going to get rid of you. They're going to disappear you just like they do in China.
Or Russia.
Right.
Stalin did it a lot.
Yep.
I forget what the percentage of the population was, but he made a huge dent in the population of Russia just in purges.
Yeah.
People who disagreed.
Absolutely. I mean, let me look it up real quick.
I'd do it, but my keyboard is really, really loud. But I mean, it's just ridiculous, people.
Yeah.
You can't speak the truth. You can't have an opinion unless they certify it.
Right. That's all it is.
And that's the very definition of a. I just went blank. Story of my life.
Well, it says a major Soviet paper. I'm just looking at the headline. It says 20 million died as victims of Stalin. That's through starvation. That's through murder. That's through forced labor.
Yeah.
But still, it's all one and the same.
20 million.
20 million people. And I don't know, man. It is a scary thing.
Hi, Pam.
Oh, hey, Pam. I didn't have the chat up, so. But it's things like that. I mean, it literally pisses me off when I hear that, because that's not what we're about. That's not what we as Americans are about. Has it been what we've become? I think so.
I think we're headed that way.
Yeah. I mean,
unless we put the brakes on.
Yeah, they're all about lying, and they're all about diverting and gaslighting. That's the coin term now, is gaslighting. And it blows my mind. Are we that complacent? Or are we that scared? Or is it people waiting for somebody else to make a move? Or people waiting for somebody to take the lead to follow them?
I think that might be the case, Bill. I hope that's the case.
I hope so too. I mean, I can't say the things I want to say right now on here, but I think that I would hope that is the case. But then again, you look at the past few years, how many people have just got along to get along? I mean, not to. No, I wouldn't say you are. Your hand was forced. You did it out of concern for your well-being and your family, and I will never knock it, and I won't knock anybody, but the people still, I mean, 2 years later, wearing a mask after they've come out multiple times, right? The people that 2 years later, masks have been told, they've come out and said that the masks do not work. They don't prevent the spread, but people are still wearing them. And they're still coming out and saying, now, I mean, you got to wear a mask. We see it at work. People have been exposed to COVID. They got to come out and wear a mask. And they don't work.
Even the government says they don't work.
Right. But yet the government is forcing the issue because they want people to follow.
Yeah,
They want people to lay down.
it's a test.
It is absolutely
What
100%
can
a
we make
test.
you do?
Right. How far can we push you? Anyway, happy Monday, everybody. That's the first topic.
Oh my gosh. Hello, my name is Debbie Downer.
Right.
Thanks for visiting our show.
It doesn't sound like it, but I am hopeful.
Same.
Believe it or not, I really am. Um, like we were talking about with Carrie, I believe that's the other side overplayed their hand and it rattled people. And people aren't willing to lay down right now because of all the actions our government and its worldwide governments are taking. People aren't willing to lay down. And that is an awesome thing.
Right.
I mean, sure, some are. I mean, absolutely, some are. But there's becoming more and more people that are like, no, this isn't right. For instance, in Norway, this was earlier last month. The riots and all that because they told the farmers that they can't use fertilizer anymore because of nitrogen pollution and stuff like that. I'm sorry, but plants need nitrogen.
Yeah. Hello, do you want to eat?
Right. So that tells me, this whole food shortage thing is manufactured.
It is. There's no doubt in my mind.
No, mine either. It never has been a doubt. But it proves it to me because you see them doing here, like Bill Gates now. I mean, everybody knows. Maybe if I can pull it up, but everybody knows that he bought up so much farmland. I mean, what was it, 200 and some odd thousand acres nationwide? Yeah. And now he's telling these people that farm that land that, oh, well, I'll lease it back to you, but you have to farm it the way I want it farmed.
Hello? When did he become a farmer?
Right. And that's soy. That's other crap they're going to try to force down our throats, literally. When this whole thing kicks off.
Insect
Whenever
farms.
it is. What's that?
Insect farms they're talking about?
Yeah.
Hello, let's go to McDonald's and get a bug burger.
Yeah. And that's if I have enough social credit.
Right.
Or enough of my $500 allowance that I get per month or $1,000, whatever it is. Because I'm not a special class of person. And that's what pisses me off more than anything.
Yeah. They're trying to force serfdom on the majority of the people. Hello, right. The Middle Ages are gone. Nobody deserves to be a serf. And that's what they're trying to start feudalism up again.
Absolutely they are.
It's unbelievable.
Right. I mean, and like I was told Frank, I am more fearful for my children than I am for myself. I don't want them growing up and living in that world.
No.
Because it's ridiculous.
It is frightening.
But yeah, with Norway, they're rising up. Sri Lanka, they rose up. They took everything back. This is what we need to do here. We need to take everything back because the government's power comes from us. It's not the other way around. We are the sovereign. Right in the
Constitution.
Absolutely, it does. We are the sovereign people. We give the government the power. They're running roughshod. We need to go take it back. I don't care. 1 million people, 2 million, 3, 4, 5 million people march on Washington. I don't care if it's armed. I would rather it not be. But we need to march on Washington. Everybody. Make them go to their hidey holes and camp the hell out there.
left, right, middle, everybody.
Right. I mean, they're corrupt on both sides. That's a given.
Absolutely.
You know, there's something I'm going to show here shortly, but it blows my mind that people. I mean, I understand we all have lives. We all have to provide a living. It's going to get harder because they're going to raise taxes on the if you will, what was it? This new bill that Manchin helped push through.
Oh yeah.
Um, if you make below, was it 60,000 or 40? I don't know if it's, or is it above 40,000? I don't remember what it is. Something like that. It's a relatively low number. They're going to raise taxes on us.
Yeah. The lower middle class and
Right.
upper lower class.
Yep.
So
So the people trying to scrape a living, you know, are going to be affected.
they're
I don't
trying to
want to
do
tax.
away with. They're trying to do away uh, with people's economic freedom. They want to enslave them. Yeah, that's what I said. Enslave.
Yep.
They're looking to make economic and political slaves out of as many people as possible. And they're
Yep.
not even trying to hide it.
No, absolutely not. And I don't know if you caught it or not. I've watched several videos on it, um, adding to the news, and it's all tied together. Hopefully, we're drawing enough parallels to see this. Um, but did you see that the House passed an assault weapons ban?
I did.
You know, and then what the hell's his name? Has got his pants up to his shoulder or armpits. You know, looks like the Joker, or not the Joker, but the Penguin. You know, a congressman called him out and said, you know, are you trying to ban common use guns? Because I can't remember the Supreme Court decision on it, but this Supreme Court decision said you cannot ban common use guns. And he made him reiterate it like two or three times. And he said, "Yes, we are trying to ban. That's what we are doing."
So the Supreme Court's already said no.
Right. It doesn't matter though. They don't care about the Constitution. They don't care about the Supreme Court.
No, they want
It's
to do away with the Supreme Court.
right. That's why they're trying to add people to it. They're trying to add, you know, more justices so they can have their way. So they can legislate from the judicial branch.
Crooked, crooked, crooked.
Yeah, it is. You know, so that's another thing they're throwing at us. Is this possible? And I pray to God it never passes. Because if you want to see a fight, it'll happen.
Oh yeah. There'll
Military
be
or
Wacos
not.
and Ruby Ridges and stuff
Yep.
in every state.
Yep. And there's going to be a lot of good old boys rise up. They're already ready. So
That's what they're trying to do. They want people to rise up so they can stomp them down and take everything
Right.
away. That's going to. So what I'd like to say is everybody keep your head down, keep your mouth shut, and wait for this to blow over. But a lot of people aren't.
right.
But then if you wait too long, then it's too late. I don't really have an answer.
Yeah, there's no right or wrong.
I mean, there is something we can do. Tomorrow is Tuesday, so when
Yep.
most people are seeing this, it's going to be Tuesday. Don't forget to vote
Right.
and
Go ahead and vote.
look at these people's voting records and do the best you can. Because honestly, in some cases, you don't have much of a choice.
Right.
And also, everybody, left, right, center, get online, email your congressman, your state congressman, your state senator, your governor, your any political person you can email. We need a convention of the states
Yep.
so the people can take back their power. And both sides are scared as hell that we actually will, and we're coming so close to getting enough states signed on. They are so scared of the power of the people. So put the fear of God in them get on there and get your state to sign on to a convention of the states, and we'll get rid of them. Life, right, left, and center will start out all new, and there will be no more uh, career politicians. It needs to be doctors, lawyers, shopkeepers, school teachers. We need people from every walk of life, not just lawyers and doctors
Right.
who think they're better than everybody, who's been in there for 57 years or whatever. We need people who's going there to do their job. They're going to go home and go back to their life. This is never meant, Congress was never meant to be a lifetime political career. It's just crookedness and evil, and we have the power to stop it. We've just got to do it.
Yep.
The
Well,
framers
see,
of the Constitution gave us an out. We got to use it.
absolutely. Um, as of right now, I'm on conventionofthestates.com. I'll share it real quick. That way people can see it. Um, see, the blue is active legislation, green is passed, yellow is passed in one chamber. And this is as of, well, it looks like the last one that was updated was South Carolina on March 29th. I know I emailed our state representative and senators, and they both support the convention of the states, but you're looking at the representatives and senators and stuff from the bigger or the more populated areas that are scared to push it through.
Right. Look at how many states are working on it.
Right. I mean,
If
well over half the nation.
if just correct me if I'm wrong, but if just the ones that are yellow pass it, we can have it.
Yeah. Well, there's 19 right here. I thought I heard more than that, so this may be old news. So 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So they
That's
would
half
need
the states.
what? Yeah, 7 more.
7 more.
You know,
So, and
then
that's all the blue ones.
then if the blue pass, there you go. You got it. Because that is one thing the left and the right agree on.
Yeah.
They agree that senators and congressmen need to have term limits, and I totally agree with it.
Yeah. Even the guy I know at work who is as far as left as it can get says, "Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's do it." 80% of Americans approve this, people. There's a poll. I read it just the other day. I'll have to look it up and put it on our Facebook page. There's a poll a while back that said 80% of Americans approve term limits. And that is the only thing on the agenda for a convention of the states.
Yep.
And that would fix so many of our problems. I mean, I hate to be too political, but this is center of the aisle. 80% of Americans want this. Why don't we have it?
Right. Because they're going to lose their power. That's why.
Exactly. And if one media outlet picked this up, just one, all it would take is one media outlet to really pick this up and drive it, and we'd have it.
That's why they're not, though. Because they're
They
owned.
control the media.
Exactly. Because they don't want people to realize they have the power.
No.
Pam said I would think more than 80% would approve of it. I absolutely agree.
I think it's a conservative estimate.
Yeah.
But I think if everybody had it explained to them what exactly it meant, that it would probably be closer to 90 or 95.
Yeah, I would agree. I'm all for it. Like I said, I've emailed my congressmen, state congressmen, and senators, and taking it at face value. I mean, I will say that they said that they do support it. How much they support, if they're willing to die on that hill, that's one thing. But If it's just something to pay lip service to a constituent, maybe not. Pam
Yeah.
said it was definitely a conservative estimate, which I could see that as well. I mean, especially the way things are going right now.
Right.
People are tired of it. Um, I don't have anything else for the news to share. Do you, Mark?
You know, there's so much in the news. We could talk about Nancy
Oh,
Pelosi going to Taiwan, and
yep. I
half of
seen.
everybody thinks it's going to cause a nuclear war, and the other half says it's going to prevent one. So, I mean, you've got
Yeah,
that.
I'd
Uh,
seen a thing, saying that she was scared of January 6th. As scared as she's ever been for the quote unquote insurrection, and but
it was
she's willing to.
Democrats invited them in.
Yeah, but she was given the opportunity from the president to bring in the National Guard for security and all that. But she'd turn
Right.
that down. But she's willing to take two F-15s and spend a lot more of the taxpayers' money on her trip. You know.
Right. With China building up a fleet in the ocean
Right.
around Taiwan right now, trying to scare her away.
Yep. Yeah.
There's
So
stuff like that.
I don't know this crap.
Um,
I mean, it's I don't know, man. It is. I don't know if I went through kind of an awakening, but I find a lot of everything on both sides comical anymore. I
yeah.
don't know. Maybe I'm just tired of it. I don't know that I wanted to maybe not call it an awakening, but if you see it for what it is, it's charades. It's theater to
Oh,
keep us distracted.
it is. It is. Here's a good one. Reuters mocked for fact checking spoof video of Biden being distracted by ice cream truck. They made no secret that it was a spoof. They weren't trying to pass it off as real. But Reuters, who is a left-leaning news organization,
Right.
um, fact checked it. Everybody's fact checking. Well, when you fact check a fact and then say that it's wrong, then you're just lying.
Right.
They're rewriting our dictionaries, they're rewriting our encyclopedias on a daily basis. You can't just change the definition of something and say that it's different than what somebody
Right.
said. It's
Absolutely. I mean,
crazy.
it is. It is crazy.
It's crazy that
It's
people are buying it.
Yeah, they are. It,
Bah.
yep, it blows my mind. It really does, man. I mean, I've become really jaded, I guess you could say. I mean, I'm not. Anybody that's listened to the show for a while know where I stand on most things. They know. What did Willie put? We use more words when less do more. What's up, Willie?
That guy. I love that guy.
But yeah, I don't know, man. It's frustrating at times. It's comical at times. I think I laugh more now. Yes, Willie, very smart.
We,
SMRT.
we should send him a link and get him on here.
Yeah.
Oh my
But
gosh.
yeah, let's see. I'll do this. Do, 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 do.
Let's see what Newsmax has to say. Newsmax has got all sorts of stuff. I like Newsmax. They try to stay fairly honest.
I
Most of them
couldn't.
aren't though. Even Fox News is starting to lean left. Have you noticed
Yeah,
that?
yeah, I have. But you got to think about it. They're owned like all the major news agencies are owned by like only six companies.
Yeah, Disney. I think
Right.
Disney owns Fox, and you know how they've gone.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's why Willie not to be mistaken, but with Mad Max.
Oh my gosh, that guy.
Yep.
Let's
But
see.
yeah, I don't know. I don't have any more news. I mean, it's
Here's here's a good one. Millennials surpassing baby boomers as gun buyers. So somebody's
sweet.
getting
Good
it.
for them. Good for
Somebody's
them.
getting it.
Yep. Good for them. We're Gen X. We're the forgotten generation. So
We're
Maybe
the
they'll forget about us.
awesomest generation.
Right.
Dirt
My
bikes,
wife.
motocross,
I mean, my wife's a
skateboards.
millennial. My wife's a millennial.
Well,
I always say, I always say she was my midlife crisis. So
you s- you certainly married better than she did.
I married up. I know that.
Don't worry, she'll train you one of these days.
Well, no, I doubt it. You know the whole old dog new tricks thing. You
Yeah,
know.
I think I saw her bringing home a big hammer the other day.
Willie, millennials are getting old now.
Yeah, yeah, that's.
My
I show
wife.
you my gray hair, but I shaved it all off.
Well, you can see mine. I saw a guy yesterday, and I hollered at him when I was in the truck, and I hollered at him. He walked up to me like he had an issue, and he's like, "Wait a minute, it's Philip." He's like, "Dude, I didn't recognize you with all the gray in your face." I was like, "Well," my wife
You're
posted, "You're a cradle robber."
oh my
No,
goodness.
your wife, 27 years, I still haven't got you trained, Marky.
I'm getting there.
Let's see,
I'll be there by the
Willie.
time I croak.
Willie said the youngest millennial is 22 right now, if I'm not mistaken. When did that generation end? Was it
I don't
80 to
know.
2000?
And then they had Gen X, then Gen Y, then
Yeah,
I don't know. It's crazy.
yeah, I don't know. Um, anybody watching? Do you guys have any preparedness questions, anything like that, or comments? Just throwing it out there.
Yeah.
Dang, they're old, Willie. 1886. Jeez.
Oh no.
There you go. 1986.
1980s.
Well, that was a close one. Oh
I don't even
man,
know what generation I'm supposed to be in. I was born in '67.
we're Gen X.
Are we? Just
Yeah, I think
barely.
Gen
Yeah, I
X
was almost a
ended.
boomer.
Yeah, I think Gen X ended in. I want to say 80 thereabouts. So,
Something like that.
but yeah.
Oh, I think it's just a
Anyway, I'm gonna run down
newspaper.
some of this stuff real quick. Oculumlabs.com. I will share the link on Facebook. I meant to do it when Frank was on. This is where a lot of these information drops come from. And I want to share some of this stuff with you. Gideon, you guys heard us talking about Gideon and all that. Oh, that's cool. Willie said he'd come on, but he's getting ready to go have ice cream with the kiddos.
Oh man, he didn't get me any ice cream. I'm all about ice cream, man.
Yeah. But let's see where we're at here. Yeah, it says that today's day, the July 31st. Yesterday it dropped. Just the headline is the middle and upper classes will be wiped out. He talks about how even the rich people that aren't sovereigns will be wiped out. You know, you're going to hear a lot of talk of universal basic income, which is $1,000 a month.
I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Make that a
really.
week.
Chocolate with peanut butter swirled through it and mini Reese's peanut butter cups.
Oh man,
That sounds good, man.
dude, I'm gonna eat
Let's
my mic
see.
because it looks like an ice cream cone.
I don't want to see that, Mark.
You don't want to hear that.
I bet Chris don't want to. Where'd it go? Okay, here we go. I'm going to share this. Just be warned, this might be a gut punch to some of you guys. I know some of it was to me, but I'm going to share this. Let's see. me figure out how to do this again. There we go. All right, here we go. Politicians. These are all sovereigns. People classified as sovereigns. Because the white hat hackers that are reporting to Gideon about this. Let's see real quick. Chris put Gen Z or IGN or Centennials born in 96 to 2015. Millennials born 1977, 95. Born 1960, Gen X, born 1965, 76. Boomers, 46 to 64. Traditionalist or silent generation, born 1945 and before. Okay. Let's see. But yeah. Anyway, the story on this is with Gideon is, I'm obviously it's not his real name. I don't even think Bill's name is Bill.
Probably not.
But there are all sorts of people they've looked up and found to be sovereigns. Donald Trump, Joe Biden, Hillary, Ron DeSantis, Gavin Newsom, which we've seen proof of that. J.B. Pritzker, I don't know who that is. Governor Greg Abbott is a sovereign. Nikki Haley, the sovereign. These are all supposedly conservatives. Senator Ted Cruz, Pierre Poilievre, I don't know. That sounds French to me. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I have no idea who some of these people are.
Yeah, Angela Merkel, the president of Germany, I think. Boris
if this
Johnson.
Is true. It's big.
Yeah. Yeah, Boris Johnson, he just stepped down from the prime ministership in England. Emmanuel Macron, I don't remember where he's from, but most of the other ones I don't know. Jacinda Ardern, Anthony Albanese, Jeremy Corbyn, Ricardo Bossi.
Got no clue.
Yeah, liberal influencers, I don't know who these people are. Sam Cedar, Chink, I don't know how to pronounce that. Hassan Piker, David Pakman, conservative influencers. Now, I recognize a lot of names in here.
I recognize all those names. Like I said, I don't know if it's true, but if it is, it's scary shit right there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely it is. Ben Shapiro, Dennis Prager, Glenn Beck, Tucker Carlson, Sean Hannity, Ava Vlardingerbroek, something like that. Jordan Peterson, Paul Joseph Watson, Candace Owens, Steve Bannon, Matt Walsh, Ezra Levant, Gavin McInnes, Steven Crowder, Charlie Kirk, Nick Fuentes, Mike Lindell. That's what they've looked.
I don't want to believe any of that, but I don't know what to believe anymore.
Right. And that's why it was such a gut punch, because I followed a lot of Shapiro and Beck. Paul Joseph Watson, he worked with Alex Jones. Even Alex Jones is a sovereign. He's not on here, but he is. And the thing is, yeah, there it is right there. Alternative media, Alex Jones. Hey, there we go. Russell Brand, which I'm not surprised by that. David Wilcock, if you're not familiar with David Wilcock, he's kind of in the UFO sphere, the UFO guy, all that kind of sphere there. Phil Godlowski, he is the leader of Q. Everybody's heard of Q. And I seen a video of him telling people, lie to these people and all that, talking about just as normal everyday people, trying to bring them into the fold, trying to work for Trump. But yeah, all crooked people. Joe Rogan, Alex Jones, obviously. And that's what kills me is Alex Jones. I wasn't a huge follower of his. Years ago I was. And then he got way out there. I didn't agree with everything, and I don't agree with everybody on everything. But he was way out there. And I was like, man, this guy can't be right. And the more this crap started happening, I kind of started going back and listening to him. I'm like, wait a minute. He may not be far from the truth. And then you see this, and religious leaders: Dana Coverstone, Paula White, Larry Hutch, Dr. Mike Evans, Franklin Graham, Pope Francis. Well, the Pope don't surprise me.
No, that doesn't surprise me now.
Franklin Graham, Billy Graham's son. I don't know. I mean, that's I don't know. I've got some hangups in there. I don't know.
Like I said,
It wouldn't surprise me.
I have no clue. And is this a real list or is it disinformation? I mean, you can't tell anymore.
Right.
I feel lost sometimes when I see stuff like this. It's like, what?
Right. The celebrities: Tom Hanks. No surprise, you kind of heard all this crap, when COVID hit and all that. Nicole Kidman, Dwayne Johnson, Stephen Colbert. That's no surprise there. Leonardo DiCaprio. No surprise. Katy Perry. Really no surprise. Now here is one. You got Elon Musk. Okay, I'm not terribly surprised with that. But Jeffrey Epstein, isn't he dead?
Yeah, how's he still sovereign if he's dead?
And the thing is that there's money going into his account.
Or are they just using these people's name to hide their money?
And that's a possibility. That is extremely possible.
I have no clue. No clue.
That's extremely possible.
I just don't like the implications.
Right. Tim Cook, Frank Lowy, Sundar Pichai or whatever, Sheryl Sandberg, Mark Binoff. I don't really know any of these. Let's see. Non-sovereigns. Said the following individuals in no particular order were confirmed not to be sovereign. Robert F. Kennedy Jr. He's quarantined. Which, being quarantined, you get like $500 a month. Jair Bolsonaro, I can't even talk. Bolsonaro, something like that. I don't know who that is. No, David Knight.
We're probably quarantined.
Oh, probably. David Knight. He is somebody that's involved with Alex Jones as well. So, where's the cutoff? I mean, where is the, if he's involved, but maybe he's standing up.
I don't know.
Maybe they've tried to get to him, and he's like, "No, I have morals." Maybe I don't know. Maybe these people haven't been talked to yet. I don't know. Maxime Bernier, I don't know who that is. Steve Quayle, I've heard that name. Don't know who it is though. Here's one.
I know who Bob Lazar is.
I was going to say, here's one. Bob Lazar. I mean, apparently Bob Lazar's gray man anyway. He really is.
Yeah.
I mean, he does his own thing. No, but just that. I mean, everybody. I mean, it's weird, man. I don't know. It's weird to think about. To see the bottom of this article for important information. Suspected sovereigns. Said has not been viewed in the software, partially due to the difficulty in determining the real legal names of these individuals. This list is based on other outside metrics. We can reasonably rate the likelihood these individuals are sovereigns based on their public gatekeeping activities. Mike Adams. I was trying to get him on. He's one of the guys I was trying to get on here a while back. Dave of X22 Report. I'm not sure who this is. It sounds to me like it's a YouTube channel or something. Mel K. I don't know who that is. Juan O'Savin. I don't know who that is. Simon Parks. Not sure. Charlie Ward. I've heard the name.
I don't know who any of these people are.
Stu Peters. He does. He's like a news anchor. But it's very right wing. Sergeant Report. I don't know who that is. Michael Jaco. I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I used to be kind of middle of the road. Now I don't even know where I am on the political
Right.
spectrum. They stir it up with a stick so often you can't even tell.
Right. But that's the thing is we've been conditioned to accept a two-party system here. So they can pretty much do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah, we need about two more parties.
Right. In even the last election, I mean, the Libertarian Party had a pretty good sized following, but they wouldn't let them debate in the
Wouldn't
presidential
let them
election.
debate. No,
So that tells me it's all about control because why not? If it's supposed to be a free and fair election, I don't care about Trump. I don't care about Biden. If it's supposed to be free and fair, if there's
everybody
a
gets a shot.
candidate in the running, shouldn't they have let them debate?
Which and the Libertarian Party is a major party now.
Yeah.
It's, they're not a bunch of wackos. Well, some of them are wackos,
Well,
but I
I'm
mean,
registered.
I identify as a libertarian. I'm still registered as a Republican. It makes it easier to vote.
Right.
Um, but hell, I'm thinking about changing to independent.
Right.
I mean,
I mean, I told you. I mean, I'm registered libertarian. It kind of goes along with the whole just leave me the hell alone. Let me live my life.
right?
You know, don't cost me money. Don't try to
Yeah,
hurt me. And we're good.
exactly. That's how that's how I feel. As long as you're not hurting me, hurting somebody else, or costing me money, I have no opinion. But
Right.
the first time you do one of those three things, then I have an opinion. And it's possible I will agree with you. It's also possible that I will not. So it's best just not to cause any of those three things.
Right. Absolutely right.
For God's sake, don't
Um,
cost me money.
right. Let's see. It says, the asterisk up there, there's a few things should be made clear about the above names. Jeremy Corbyn account showed it was changed from common to sovereign in April of 2022. Jeffrey Jeffrey Epstein's account remains active with inflows despite the claim that he is dead. I don't think he's dead. I didn't think he was dead
That's
from
weird.
I don't think he's dead.
I think he's on his island. I think that's why they won't let anybody see his client list.
Could
That's
be.
yeah, that's another
That's what's
subject.
frustrating.
What don't you think at least one of those people ought to be prosecuted?
Yeah, absolutely. I think all of them should.
Absolutely, but they don't want those names to come out because the names come from both sides of the aisle.
I think they should all come out.
And well, and see that's why it works. It's blackmail material.
Yep, absolutely.
So none of these people can speak out because their name's going to get dropped and their name's going to be mud.
Yep.
So if Joe Blow here tries to rock the boat, no, we got you on this list. We're going to publish it if you don't toe the line.
Yep.
And that's exactly what that list is about. Was about
Yep.
getting dirt on other people for political reasons.
Oh yeah,
And,
absolutely it is.
and they've got dirt
Absolutely it is.
on everybody. I don't know whose pocket he was in, but
I think he was in a lot of people's pockets.
he was in somebody's pocket, and they compiled
Yep.
that they can control the government.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
How
I
else
know.
would you
I know. I'm sounding like
like a what?
yeah. I'm sounding like a conspiracy nut job now, but that's what I really believe.
I agree.
The reason that's why they won't let us see the list.
You're absolutely right. Um, how would you go about infiltrating the government?
Yeah. Our government would crash in 24 hours if that list actually got published.
Open that damn thing up, spit it out there.
Maybe we should do that as part of the make that part of the convention of the states. We want to
Yeah.
see Epstein's list.
Yep. Epstein's list. Force it out. It's I don't know. It needs to be public information because he's dead. He was imprisoned. He was a ward of the state or he's probably a federal prison or whatever.
And
But
his accomplice has been tried, convicted, and has been incarcerated.
Oh, I'm sure
So,
she's in the same prison Martha Stewart was in, making doilies and just
well,
living her best life.
she'll be dead one of these days because she's going to say, "I want to get out of here," so I'm going to tell everybody who's on the list, and
Right.
she'll be suicided.
Yep.
One of those people who shot themselves in the back of the head and the gun's missing.
Yep. Did it twice.
Yeah, shot themselves
Uh,
twice in the head and the gun's missing. Hey, don't
but
laugh, folks. It happened.
yeah, absolutely it
Yeah, it
does.
did happen. And his Rolex was still on his wrist. So, it wasn't
Yep.
a robbery.
Um, anyway, down here it says it was previously reported by us that the accounts of Trump, DeSantis, and Alex Jones had no inflows. Each account had previously been viewed at some point during the past 8 months. We will not disclose the exact dates they were retrieved. And that's just a security thing. That way it keeps the white hat hackers kind of safe, because they can go back and look in their records. Upon more recent account reviews, the first inflows have been detected. Trump received $1 million from a shell company. DeSantis deposited 100,000 US dollars from what appears to be a personal bank account, and Jones deposited 50,000 US dollars in Bitcoin. So these amounts are general and not accurate to avoid triangulation of when the account was viewed. This is already obfuscated by the whistleblowers to avoid detection, but all precautions must be made. Each deposit was covered or converted to USDR, which is the currency that they're trying to convert everybody to. It's all digital, programmable, all that stuff. My wife jumped up there and said they were Clinton. Absolutely right.
Yeah. Yep. Arkansas. Now, my question
Arkansas.
is, Phil, is okay, these guys are finding this in the account. Is this real money? Or are they is somebody just testing the system and just put a bunch of names in there that they pulled off the internet and are playing around to make sure everything works?
And that's a good question. I
Is it?
haven't seen up or down on that yet. I'm
That's
not
what I
saying
want
Go ahead, sorry.
to. I want to know if this is true. It needs to be everywhere. If it's not, we need to know that too.
Right.
It
I,
just
I would agree.
it's giving me nightmares, and I don't like nightmares.
um, I don't know. That's a good question. I haven't thought to ask that. I may email Frank and see what his thoughts are on it. I'm not 100% buying into this. I want people to realize that. But I want you to know about it.
Somebody needs to research this. Somebody needs to find out what is really going on.
Yeah,
Whether it's true, whether it's not, it needs to be addressed.
it does. If this is true, I mean, this will stand the world on its end. And that, I know they're saying, a lot of these, what they call intel drops on here.
Or is it disinformation?
That's it. I've thought about that too.
You can't trust anything anymore,
No, you can't.
even your own
Um,
research.
you can't, and that's the truth. And that's why I say I don't buy in 100% to this. Do I believe it's absolutely possible? Yes, I do.
It's
I
absolutely
absolutely
possible.
do.
I believe anything is absolutely possible lately.
Yep. Especially corruption and as bad as it is. Uh, they've played the long game.
Yeah.
It's been coming for years. And if you're a Bible believer, it's in the Bible that there's going to be a one world government. And I'm not preaching at anybody or anything like that. I mean, everybody pretty well knows that. Is this it? I don't know. I don't have
I
the
hope
slightest
it's
clue.
not. I really
Oh, I
do.
do too.
Um, but if it's true, I mean, how screwed are we? How hard are we going to have to work to undo it or prevent it?
Right. And that's why I'm spreading this out right now, because I want people to be aware that this is a possibility. To be able to stand, to be able to say, hey, tell people, hey, go look at this. I want people to see on here that I'm not just pulling this information out of my butt. Maybe somebody else is. That's a possibility.
We need to find out, and I don't know how to find out.
Right. Because if you confront, I mean, I don't know any of these people personally, and these people, are big enough to, if you were to email them, they probably never even read your email. Oh, this is
True.
some wacko that, you know what I mean? This is some wacko that just pulling stuff out of the air and just slub you off. They wouldn't even give you a second thought.
I want to see somebody on this list talk about this list
Right.
to either confirm, deny, give me something.
Right.
Give me something, because a lot of these people are people I believe in or have
Right.
believed in. Some of them I absolutely believe belong on this list. But that's the thing about these anonymous lists. Where did they come from?
Right.
Uh, is it true? I don't know. It absolutely could be. Is it false? I don't know. It absolutely could be.
Right.
I just it scares the holy crap out of me, man. It scares the
Yeah.
holy crap out of me.
I honestly, the only thing I could really tell anybody is ask for discernment. I mean, yourself. What are your thoughts on it? I mean, I think people's guts will tell them one way or another. Personally, I believe this is mostly true, and I'm not going to deny that. Um, just because it was such a gut punch when I first saw it. Could it be disinformation, misinformation? Absolutely, it could. I'm not going to deny that either. But I do believe that at a gut level that this is mostly true.
Oh yeah, I believe they're absolutely trying to do it. I believe this is absolutely a fact that they're trying to do it. But I don't know what to believe anymore, Phil.
Oh, I understand. I absolutely do. And that's where I say it's kind of we kind of have to, I believe, to discern it for ourselves. Um, I think there's a spiritual connection to it. Um, whether I'm right or wrong in it, I don't know. But I believe in my gut that this, like I said, that it's mostly true. And I do question.
Well, I mean,
So
I know they're absolutely doing it in China, so
yep, there's a
I
basis
know
for it.
that this exists.
Right.
I absolutely know that this exists because they're not hiding it. I know the World Economic Forum is shooting for this. They've said
Yep.
so.
Absolutely.
But if I mean, if we're being sold out, I want to know.
Yeah.
And if they're being framed, I want to know.
Right. I do too, because if they don't know about it
Yeah.
and this is being pushed, and I
Then
feel
they're
they need
being
to be
victimized.
notified.
Yeah.
Right. I
Somebody
feel
needs
they
to
need to
tell
be
these people.
notified and speak out against it.
Yeah. I mean, if this is false, these people need to be told, and they need to have the chance to get on and refute it. And some of these people, yeah, I see that. They're so
My wife texted me today. I was trying to peek in on the camera.
uh, but yeah, I mean, if there's people on this list that's being falsely accused, they need to be told. Or if there's people on here who this is absolutely true, I'd like to get them come on
Mm-hmm.
and say it's absolutely true.
Right.
I just I know enough of this is true for it to really be frightening.
Right. I mean, it kind of falls down to uh, kind of like what Frank was saying, the whole 70-30. 70% of what they're saying is truth. The other 30 is omission or lie. My wife's right. She put it, if it's true and someone spoke up, they would be taken out so fast. You're absolutely right. They'd be a target.
Well, see, you hit on something really profound right there. I was told by somebody a long time ago, who I will admit was a con person. The best lie, the very best lie, is one where you never tell one.
Right.
You just tell the true parts that will push your agenda forward. And
Yep.
politicians are masters of this, by the way. They're the best con men ever. So, what's true, what's not? I don't know. I
Yep.
hope the hell that's not true.
Oh, I do too. I absolutely
And
do.
I'm
But
afraid it is.
me too. But again, I'm not trying to say this out here. Just I want people to be aware of this, to at least have it on their radar,
Yeah,
if that
look
makes
at
any
it.
sense. I will post it to Facebook, and matter of fact, I will do that right now if Facebook will let me do it. But
They may not. They may come. We may not have a channel tomorrow, folks.
maybe not. Yeah, and I'm not trying to scare people. I'm really not. Like I said, I just want it to be on their radar. That way they can pay attention to it.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
you don't have to try to scare people. All they got to do is watch the news these days.
right, right. And that's what we're trying to do here is, bring up the news. This is our take on it. Talk preparedness, because I feel it's more important now than it ever has been.
Oh, absolutely.
Um, man, I can't type and talk at the same time.
I mean, I can't walk and chew gum at the same time, so I mean. And today apparently couldn't tell left from right or north and south, so my dyslexia was kicking in overtime.
Hey, let me post it.
Well, shall we take bets on how long it stays up before they shadow ban us?
I'm not taking a bet at all, man.
I already saw a deal the other day where we got fact checked.
Yeah, I did. I saw that too.
Oh, well.
We've actually been really good about
We've
not
got a
getting
really good track record
tagged.
with that. Either we're not big enough for them to follow, or you know,
Yeah, I mean,
we try to be good boys. And
we try. Um, let's lighten things up, okay? I
yes,
know it's been kind of heavy. Let's lighten things up. Let's go down some of our Facebook stuff. I posted this kind of along the same lines. The good reset. You want clear skies, all this good stuff. Then at the bottom it's got globalist scumbags.
right.
Now this, I didn't get a chance to watch it. You posted this, the
Yeah,
civilization before humans. I would like to do a deep dive into this, into the
that's
Silurian
fun.
hypothesis. Yeah,
Yeah,
I think that'd be a fun episode.
the guy covers it pretty well too. I mean,
Yeah. In
now this
Josh
one's a good
Crucio,
one.
he he posted, said alien, take me to your leader, and us, us saying, now's not a good time. It's got
No, it is really
a
not.
rendition of a gray on there.
It's
Oh, did
not
you see
really
this video
Yes.
where they're?
My
I
wife
posted.
said she didn't like you anymore for
I
posting
know it. I'm
that.
sorry, Chris, but I felt like that. It's creepy, but I don't know. It's just weird. I get shivers. I don't. Spiders don't scare me. If y'all
Dead
haven't
spiders
seen this,
grabbing stuff scares me.
yeah, yeah, exactly. They're
They're
using
injecting
spiders to pick up stuff. Yeah.
air into the body to make the body move.
Um, if you guys haven't seen this video, go over to our Facebook group, What If Tomorrow podcast group, and go check it out. It's kind of cool. I mean, but it's creepy too. Then
Well,
was Joey Peters?
that has been the
Yeah,
subject of several science fiction uh, movies, books, and other genres.
yeah,
Microbiotics.
yeah. It's weird.
Dead walk again. Well, if they come
Yeah,
by
Joey
your
he posted something on the House passing the semi-automatic gun bill, the Great Resist. That's I posted that. They'll own nobody and they'll be unhappy. And it's got Klaus Schwab at the bottom of it. Um, this rings so true with me. Frank had it. And I stole it from Frank.
Frank's a good guy to steal from.
Yeah, yeah, he's got some
He's
cool
got good stuff.
But this is what we have to do. We have to resist. We have to take our power back.
Yeah. And the more people who know about what's going on, the less likely they'll be able to try to pull it.
Right. Then I posted a TikTok video up there. It was pretty deep. Let's see, Joey Peters. He posted a bunch to the web or to the group. He says,
Yeah.
demand to see my dad. He's got a jail, 2 windows. One says, I demand to see my dad. And the other one says, I'm right here, Hunter.
That's
Tom
wishful
McDonald.
thinking.
Yeah, no, I didn't watch this
What
one.
the hell is that? Oh.
Some Tom McDonald song, I guess.
What the hell's that on his face?
It looks like a knitted
Wrestling mask.
ski mask or something. And like studs on it. I don't listen, maybe some BDSM stuff or something like that.
Like I said, that right there. Let's not worry about what he's talking about. Let's just worry about what this guy is wearing.
Right. I'm gonna play this one. Maybe. Is it not playing?
I guess not.
Yeah, I can't hear it. The women have distracted from us. Your wife put. They don't scare me
they're
either, but that was
ignoring us
freaky.
now. I would
They
ignore
are.
me too.
Then my wife said, on a good note, our chickens and quail started laying eggs. They have. I think that's pretty cool.
That sounds
Um,
delicious.
I don't know. I think we're going to give it here a couple of weeks and maybe a month before we start trying to hatch some new chicks. But
That's awesome.
anyway, man, I don't have a lot more. We're kind of just buying time now.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't have a lot more to cover. I really do want to find out if that information is accurate, because if it is, a whole lot of my opinions are going to change.
Yeah.
And, I just don't know.
Yeah,
I'm
it's
lost. I feel lost lately.
I do too.
You know,
I don't know. Well, is it I feel lost? I don't know. I think it's more of a change in me that I see, that I'm feeling, if that makes sense. Internally.
yeah, like I said, I just I don't know what to make of the world sometimes anymore.
Right.
And that's why, let's just end this on a preparedness note. Everybody needs to be prepared for whatever the hell is going to happen, because the odds are we're probably not going to like it.
Right.
Whether it's storms, tornadoes, civil unrest, our government's
Well,
throwing us under the bus, whatever it is,
yep,
prepare. That's
yep.
all I,
My wife made the
all I can
comment.
say.
Yeah, my wife made the comment. Lost or enlightened. That's a good point. Really is. Um,
Disaffected is a good word too.
yeah. Um, you're right. I mean, if you think about it, if this whole CSRQ or whatever Great Reset, what they're pushing for, um, they're trying to push this, but they have to collapse our system now,
Yeah, and they're trying.
and they're trying. They're trying their damnedest.
And then things keep going wrong for them, which also gives me hope because I
Yep.
have seen some things that are telling me that our everybody's efforts has been working,
Yep.
and then I see them trying to do this, and then I see their efforts fall flat on their face. So I have I have some hope,
Yep. And it does. It
and
gives me hope.
the
Like I
people who
said
listen
earlier,
to us give me hope.
yes, absolutely. I mean, I think that I don't want to compare us to other shows, but I think people know that we're genuine. We're not out here trying to lie to you just to get views or listens.
Yeah, if we don't know, we tell you we don't know.
Right,
That's the what
right,
if part of the show.
exactly.
What if this crap is true? What if this
Yeah,
crap is not true?
right. Um, it makes for a really good surreal
Conversation.
conversation.
Yeah.
Um, but I also think, well, we'll touch on that later.
Yeah. Hey,
um, Go ahead.
on a positive note, we're going to have a really fun episode on Wednesday on the
Absolutely.
Fringe. Everybody stop in. Everybody's favorite researchers, Pam
Yep.
and Jess, will be on the show with us, telling us all about black-eyed children.
Yeah.
Oh, it's creepy.
It
It's
is.
so creepy, and it's not
If you're
creepy
not,
pasta. It predates that.
yeah, if you aren't familiar with black-eyed kids or black-eyed children, just wait. Join us Wednesday. It will creep you out. Um,
It's scary.
you got to use it.
I
What? She's
love
not going to be
technology.
there?
It's great.
My wife says no thanks.
They'll be
It is
knocking on your
creepy.
door, Phil.
Yeah.
Can we get some black contacts and get some kids to come knock on your door?
If you want to see him get punted off the porch,
No, well, maybe midgets.
maybe Spartan kicked off the porch, even better.
I'll have to pay them really well. Oh, there's my wife. She's giving us the face palm emoji. That happens in real life around my house every day, at least once.
I bet.
Sorry.
But yeah, you guys come join us Wednesday. It's going to be a fun show. As Mark said, we're going to have Pam and Jess on, and I do want to play something for you guys. We've told you guys we have some stuff in the works. I just want to give you a little sneak peek. Yeah, just real sneak peek. We're working on some other stuff. Um,
Dada, can I play with these or if I take them back in there?
yes.
I think time's about up. The kids are coming to get you.
Yeah, I know it. But yeah, come join us. I mean, it's going to be a fun show Wednesday. It's going to be lighthearted maybe. I don't
Oh
know
no,
if
it's
you
going to
wanna
be
call that.
dark and yeah.
Chris, yes,
it'll
it is
be a
exciting.
lot more fun than tonight.
Yeah, it
Tonight
will.
has scared and depressed me, and
Yeah, it was a heavy episode tonight. Maybe I'll do better communicating next time we want to do listener and Facebook follower comments.
I'm a terrible communicator.
I
That's
am
why I
too.
have a podcast.
And the wife, she put it's going to be creepy. Yeah, Wednesday's going to be creepy, but it's going to be fun. A
Halloween
lot of
is
good.
coming soon, sooner than you think.
Yeah. So, with that being said, folks, thanks again for watching, hanging out with us, and in the comments, and just being here. We can't do this show without you guys, and it's definitely a lot of fun. We hope we give you guys food for thought. We hope you guys at least learn a little bit of something. What not to do at the best. Best case scenario. So, with that being said, folks, again, thank you, and we'll see you next episode.
Good night.
Wow, I was really unprepared for this, wasn't I?